Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So for today I'm going to be reviewing this beauty from Gourmande Girls Cosmetics. This is a collaboration with Steff's Beauty Stash. So if you want to see 3 looks, swatches, close-ups, all the things with this palette, then please stick around for today's video and make sure you are subscribed before leaving today. This beauty right here, I'm not even going to try to butcher this name. It is, the translation is New Life. So this palette is going to be launching on March 8th and it's going to retail for $52.99. And if you are able to use my affiliate code, it's BRITTANYRAE. If not, I'm sure you could probably use Steff's code, but definitely try to use the code if you are able to. I'm so excited that Steff is finally collabing with Gourmande Girls. I feel like it's a long time in the making, so I'm just ecstatic to see this palette in person. It is so vibrant and fun, perfect for spring, transition to summer. The reason why I swatched this palette kind of like in monochromatic rose is because the palette, like when you look at the color story, it seems like a little bit like everywhere colorful. So I wanted to make sure to swatch those. That way you could kind of see, like you could definitely do monochromatic looks, just kind of like easy approach if you will. But now I'm going to zoom you in and let's get started with look number 1. Okay, I have been taking some time off from filming because I've had just some eye irritations and finally my eyes were in the good spot and I just like, you can't make this up. I was like getting my phone and my earbud came flying and it smacked me right in the eye, so I just feel like I need to film like this. My eye is having a moment. It hurts. It finally stopped tearing up, so now I'm like, I need to get this filmed. Okay, my next 2 looks that you're gonna see, look 2 and 3, those are like pinky purpley summer orange. So this one I really wanted to focus on the greens in the palette and see what we come up with that. Let me see. I want to actually go into Buster right here. I noticed that if you pair this with the blue, it kind of will take on blue. If you pair it with purple, same thing, it will kind of be purple. So now I want to pair it with the greens and see if we can get, I'm not going to say wearable, but more of a approachable look for me. Just something that I would wear on the daily basis because this color story is very vibrant. Steff loves very colorful shades, so this is very true to her. And I just, when I see this palette, I definitely see her. She's got such a bubbly personality and I definitely see that peeking through with this palette. I didn't expect like her to come out with the neutral palette, you know what I mean? Something that I really do love about her channel, I've watched her for so long, but she is the one where if I'm kind of like teeter-tottering back and forth, if I want to purchase something, I will go to her channel and see if she has a review on it because she reviews so many things. Like she makes so many videos and I can always know like to trust her opinion. Her reviews, like they never steer me in the wrong direction. So I don't know, I really enjoy her content, and overall like her reviews are so helpful because like they're always honest and very thorough. Now I'm going in with Weekend Vibes, which it's really neon. This in the orange, it's very vibrant, and I'm just going to mix that in with a Buster and let's see what we come out with. That green is so pretty, and if you layer some of these really bright shades under a white base or like on top of a white base, oh, it's gonna be, you can see yourself a mile away. That's how intense they are. Oh, I love those 2 shades together. I knew I would. I'm going to go underneath my lash line with the bright green in the palette, and I still have some of that Buster shade on. I'm just kind of mixing them together. I want to be a little grungy. That's kind of my take on this look. I really took my time blending those 2 shades together because you're going from such a really deep shade to such a complete opposite bright shade. It just took me a little bit of time to blend. Now for the lid, I want to go in with Island Time, which it's a beautiful green in the palette. Now if you want it to be very wearable, you could just go in with Convertible, this iridescent pearly shade, and be a little bit more toned down. But this is like, that's my go-to shade for the inner corner. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that on the inner corner. It's, y'all already, well, you're going to know I really enjoy this shade. It's just so, like, there's no texture when you pick it up. It's really very special. Probably in the future I'm just going to go in with like a brush with that shade because I don't want my, like the oils from my fingers to mess this one up because it's such a, I don't know, this is a very unique shade to my collection. Not shade, but like the texture of it. Now I'm going to go in with Island Time and just kind of put that, this multi-chrome is so, it is just so beautiful. I'm going to put that all over the lid. That is beautiful. So this is the finished look. I'm going to turn down the brightness so you can see the sparkle. So here we have it under low lighting. I'm such a sucker for green. I think it's so pretty. Now you're going to see look 2 and 3, and then we'll go over my thoughts on this palette. Here are the other two looks that I created. I'm going to go ahead, turn down the brightness, and we can walk through what shades I used. Okay, so for this look right here, I really wanted to do more of like an orange-blue contrast with a little bit of pink, and that's kind of what I did. So I went in with the dark navy blue on the outer corner, and I blended it out with this beautiful baby blue up here. It's like perfection. I love that shade so much. And then the orange, I actually went all over the lid with it and just kind of blended everything out as well. And then for the inner corner, I went in with this pink. It is like a beautiful satin. It's the softest pink. I actually used it as a blush as well. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, there's something about it that's really flattering on the inner corner because it's not like too sparkly, so it doesn't enhance like wrinkles and things. I'm loving that shade. Also, same thing for over here. We'll get to that. Anyways, for the lid shimmers, I went in with the blue, and I actually mixed in a little bit of the pink, and then I went back on top with the orange, so it wasn't like too sparkly. I know that's kind of like, wait, what? I didn't want the sparkles taking over because I wanted it just kind of toned down a little, and I absolutely love how it came out. And then for this look over here, I actually went in with, I started with a buster. I went in with this deep shade right here, and I feel like this one right here is magical. It doesn't matter, like whatever you pair it with, it's going to kind of take form of that. So I don't know, I paired it with the purples and the blues, and it kind of took on that as well. And I cannot wait to pair it with the greens to see if it has more, like if it pulls green. So I don't know, this shade right here is magical, and it really ties the palette in for me. So I went in with a buster, and then I went in with the shade Dreamer, this beautiful lavender. This is the prettiest purple, and I kind of just took that all over. And then for the lid, I went in with the purple in the palette, the shade Bless, and just used that shimmer all over. And then I went in with this one right here. This is the convertible shade. This is such a, it's almost like there's like no texture. It's just, I don't know, it's just like sheen. It's beautiful, and wherever you add it, you're gonna get luminous. It is stunning. It's one of the prettiest shimmer shades I've ever seen. Like, it just, like, you don't pick up any texture. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like a satin. I cannot wait to watch Steff's video and just like hear her thoughts on that shade because it is very unique. That one right here is got me blown away. But this is what they look like. I love it. Whenever I first saw this palette, I'm not even gonna lie, I was a little intimidated, but once I swatched them and kind of did monochromatic swatches, and then these are my first two looks. I know this is kind of like second and third look, but I definitely feel more comfortable when reaching for this palette. But these looks right here, I'm loving. Okay guys, so kind of my thoughts on this palette. I think the theming is so cute. I love that this is in collaboration with Steff. It's just been like, I'm so excited to see her do a collab. Like, I feel like we've all been waiting on it. I didn't know what brand it was going to be with, but I was assuming Gourmande Girls, so I'm just so happy for her in general. And then the color story, like, this is not for the faint of heart. I would only recommend this if you love color, or if you need like that one fun spring palette in your collection, or obviously if you are just a subscriber to Steff and you love her content, then you're gonna be so excited. But this one, like I said, she's vibrant, she's bold. It's not a pastel palette. It is not just a neon palette. Like, it's somewhere in between. Like, you do have some neons, you do have some softer shades in here, but it is so beautiful. The colors, the way they perform, it's really nice. Like, I'm not someone who does lots of colorful looks, but I was very easy to navigate this palette just by the way I swatched it. I kind of took my time and I was like, okay, how could I make different looks with this palette? And also, like the shade Buster, I just really utilized that shade for several looks because it helped to really tie the palette in for me, especially convertible. Like this one and this one, it would be a very easy look if you just need a little bit of variety within your palette. But overall, this is a very bold, pop-in palette. But honestly, I really enjoyed all the looks that I created, and I cannot wait to continue to create with this palette because I feel very inspired. I love that it's like beachy themed. It's just so Steff, so I really do appreciate them sending me this palette because she's a beauty. But that's going to do it for today's video. Please let me know down below, are you going to be picking this one up? Are you going to be duping it, putting it on your wish list? I always love hearing down below like your take on a palette. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye guys.